Hi people, I'm back. Okay, we're gonna read that part again. More of Mixing Relationships, Part 1, Chapter 1, or the first little section of it. Let's see how long this is. That's a lot. Okay. Well, let's begin. We left off at when, they hoped the night would go on and on. So, let's see what happens now. With the concert over, the duo stepped out of the Rectol Hall into the bitter winter weather. The wind had picked up a while since they'd been inside enjoying the music. Even Vinyl, I'm pretty sure that's how you say it, Vinyl had begrudgingly admitted to the tolerable, I guess. Octavia, of course, had loved every minute of it, and the white unicorn liked to see her happy. But now, emerging from the cozy warmth into the harsher elements outside, the cold began to set in. Both mares wished for nothing more than to be somewhere out of the snow. Without realizing it, they moved closer together to cut the wind between them. Vinyl spoke first, feeling a sense of deja vu as she did. So, where to now, Tabby? The night's still fairly young. I don't know what that means. Octavia pretended to think for a moment. Well, across the town there's a accordion recidal. What? Vinyl stirred, shocked. And you call my taste in music disturbing? Accordion? That's just so just. The earth pony smiled as the unicorn sputtered and fumed. Relax, Vinyl. I'm just pulling your hoof. The DJ lowered her shades enough to glare over the top of them. An accordion, my dear Octavia, is no joking matter. Why? What happened to Tavi? The gray-maned mare snickered, looking back at the glare innocently. You know, one of these days I'm going to tie you down and just... If this is heading where I think it's heading, I'm going to repeat my comment about being in public. Ooh. In public, I see. I was going to say make you listen to an entire rock opera. Vinyl winked, laughing at Octavia's embarrassment. The earth pony blushed, then covered the assuming business-like demeanor. Ah, well, in that case, where are we off to? Vinyl suddenly canted her head, and an air of mystery crept into her voice. Say, where's your cello tonight? In my apartment. Why? How much trouble would it be to grab it? I've got something I've been meaning to show you, and seeing as we have a time now... Octavia, intrigued, pushed further. What is that? Vinyl raised her shades to the usual position. That would be telling. And after the accordion crack, who says I have to tell you anything? The cellist, or cellist, I don't know how to say that. I'll just say cellist. The cellist, now on the receiving end of the ribbing, was put off. Well, if you're planning on taking me to one of those establishments you work at, the ones with the head banging and the fights, then you can't forget it. The white pony, getting into a rhythm of bothering her favorite mare, grinned even wider. Then assumed a expression agony. I play. You get to stand in one place and rub two pieces of string together. The cellist bristled. Why, you dare! If you think a single second that your music is even remotely comparable to mine, then... Vinyl laughed and held out her hooves in surrender. Okay, just poking at you, Tabby. Move down a little. Octavia humphed and began to walk. The DJ pony chuckled and began to follow her on their way to her apartment. As they passed through the most deserted street, Vinyl began to hum a couple of bars. Octavia recognized the tune. It was a popular piece that had come out recently and was, for once, something they both enjoyed. Though she tried to resist, she found herself humming along. Tell me what you're younging. Wow. Tell me what you're younging. The man old there's grand. You could walk down the bench and plant your hoofs in the sand. Before the two had reached Octavia's apartment, they were both singing out loud. As the cellist opened the door to her flat, laughing, the unicorn finished the last line with a bow and an empty string. Feelings I've never felt before. As Octavia turned to watch Vinyl take her bows into the vacant pavement, she could imagine the white mare was seeing in her mind. The song finished, the crowd would go wild for her, and the new hit performer with the wild electric blue mane. Public attention was a thing the DJ did not fear. Vinyl finished showing off and turned to see the other mare, contemplating her soft eyes. Never one too much for emotion, she tried to play off the gray mare's evident loss for words as nothing as she trotted inside nonchalantly. Yeah, I'm great, I know. No need to stare, the autographs are encouraged. Now, are you going to get your cello, or do I have to find it for you? Octavia shook her head, smiling. I know where it is, thank you very much. Just a minute. Hurry up, before I die of boredom in this boringly clean flat. Scroll down. The cellist smiled again as she trotted further back into the apartment. She smiled a lot these days, and she had been noticing a seemingly permanent lift in her mood since Final Scratch had come into her life a few weeks ago. No longer was her life nothing but practice, recital, and repeat. Now she looked forward to each new day as it came, as each one brought another opportunity to see and tease the other pony who had quickly come to dominate her life. She hurried to find her cello and make sure it was in good shape so she could find out what it was Vinyl wanted to show her. The white unicorn stood in the hall of the flats, alone with her thoughts, contrary to what Octavia... I don't know how to say that. Octavia liked to insinuate. She did have them. As she gazed about to her neatness of the apartment she had come so well in such little time. She began to think about Octavia and how quickly things had come together between them. Just a few weeks short, but tonight, the slight lack of organization for a week. She'd been working every chance she could on this, and she finally get to see the gray mare's reaction. Vinyl was snapped out of her reverie by the sound of her opponent returning to her cell. She grinned as she looked up, ready as always with a witty comment. Oh, there you are! I was just about to eat my hooves out of boredom, but then, careful, Vinyl. We're still in my apartment. I still have the option of bludgeoning you with my cello case, then claiming you were trying to break in. Oh, Terry, what a sweet thing to say! Now I'm all warm and fuzzy inside. Whew. That sounded dirty. Octavia let her inevitable smile show through. Silence, you cur. Now, what was that thing you wanted to show me? What was what? I'm still trying to figure out why you called me a cur. I mean, I know I'm step up from the average, but... No, I said, never mind. What did you want to show me? You'll just have to come with me. Won't that be ever so fun? Like an adventure into the unknown. Silence. Like, Octavia has silence. Like, she doesn't make a sound. Just says ... So, okay, never mind. Next paragraph. Vinyl grinned inwardly, remembering the last time she had used the phrase adventure into the unknown. Okay, no, we're not going back to that one place that they asked how far up your cellar could go if... That's weird, paragraph thing. That's enough, Vinyl. Well, it's kind of funny. I mean, come on. How could you even get that many monkeys in one room? Octavia was blushing now, but trying to hide it through the outward bravado of impatience with the infuriatingly smug mayor. What am I going to do with you? Well, I think if we grabbed a couple of drinks, unplug the telephone, and final! Alright, sheesh. You're way more fun drunk. Remind me to ask you about the Supermare saddle later. Octavia blanched. The what? Oh, last time we got drunk at your place, you got a Supermare saddle from somewhere and starting to run around the apartment jumping off furniture. You may have been trying to fly, but... Celeste was horrified at what she was hearing. Oh, Celestia, please tell me. No, that's okay, don't worry. I don't want to know if what is, Oh, right, Lexifor. Oh, dear Celestia. And then, Final, come here. I need a clear swing with my solo case. The white unicorn smirked. Alright, I'll stop. Promise. I've heard that before. Darn, you know me too well. No hooves crossed. Octavia sighed, smiling a little from the outside of her mouth. Come on, let's go. Well, that was kind of short, but that was it. So, that was chapter 1.